doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope you're doing nice. And I hope that you're having a fantastic Sunday, considering today is a Sunday. I am shooting this live update on a Sunday. Actually, yeah, today we're going to shoot a live update on my channel. I have never done this before. I have never done a sit-down video on this channel. And I'm always a little bit skeptical about doing sit-down videos because I feel like it will involve so much rambling. Like, I am so comfortable with doing vlogs and all that because like they don't have to have any structure at all. But I feel like when it comes to doing a sit-down video, you have to have structure and for it to make sense and for people like to stick along. And that's why I never just do sit-down videos. I mostly like do vlogs because they're comfortable, they're flexible, and you just go with the flow. So today I'm going to try and do something out of my comfort zone, which is shooting a sit-down video. And this is because I really need to give you guys a live update. I have been meaning to shoot this live update for quite a long time now, and today I finally got the chance to do that because it's quiet, although like there's noise because of like maybe animals and all that, but then it's quiet at home, like no one is making noise, there are no contractors, and I thought, you know, why not, let me just sit down and shoot this live update video for you guys. Even though I don't have any sense of structure, I don't know how this is gonna go, I am not prepared to answer any of the questions, I don't even know how I'm going to answer them, but I'm just gonna try and make it make sense, you know. So I am going to do this in sections. I am going to answer in terms of, I'm going to start with mental health, then I will talk about friendships and how my mental health has affected my friendships this year. I am also going to talk about, you know, anxiety because I also experienced a lot of that this year. I am going to talk about hair because I got a question on my locks. I am going to talk about content creation because I got a compliment, and I also got a question on content creation. Yeah, so I hope that this video is gonna make sense, and I hope that you stick along and feel comfortable to ask me anything down below in the comment section, or you know, comment or give me your compliments wherever. So let's just get right into it. I am going to start with the mental health section. I am looking down because I just wrote the questions down on my notebook. So mental health, I am going to start with, how are you doing mentally? That's the first question I got. How are you doing mentally? I can say I am at a 5 right now, and I feel like this period or this moment is the period where my mental health has been stable enough, like for the most part of the year, because this is the year where my mental health has been challenged enough. Like my mental health has never been this challenged. And even for the most part, I would hear people talk about mental health struggles and they're struggling mentally, and I wouldn't really understand what it was about and how they felt, but I will still acknowledge, you know, that people struggle with mental health, and I knew that, I knew it was a thing, I knew it is something that people go through, but I had never experienced that personally until this year where I got to experience that. And it's because this year has been so challenging for me. I had to make so many adjustments by myself. I had to, you know, grow up in a way that I didn't expect. So for some reason that challenged my mental health a lot. But at this point right now, I'm at a 5 and I am doing better. I'm doing better. I can't complain right now. I'm doing better. Next question is, how are you doing? I am doing well. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I am doing well. I'm doing well. At least this is the first time I can say I am doing well, because for the most part this year, if anyone asked me how are you doing, I'd mostly say I'm holding on or I'm hanging in there, you know. For the most part I've just been hanging in there, but then right now I can say I'm doing well. I am doing well, considering my mental health has also been in a better place, you know. Next question is, what have you been up to? Basically, okay, right now I am working. I work at my grandma's cyber. Right now, that's what I'm doing. And for the most part, right now, I'm just home and, working and also like trying to get myself into content creation a lot. Like, I'm just trying to, create content as much as I can. Yeah, so basically, there isn't much I'm doing at the moment. But yeah, I'm just like relaxing, going to work, and also, just trying to find content inspiration and creating content. Then those are the only questions I was asked in terms of mental health. But then I'd also love to talk about anxiety because this year I've experienced like a lot of anxiety, especially social anxiety. And this is because like I just there's a day when I was living alone. There's a day I even remember. There's a day I in one of the vlogs I have. There's a day it talked about how the previous day I was having so much anxiety, and for some reason I don't know why, but my heart was really racing, and just all the signs that someone can have with having anxiety. And the most thing that has affected me a lot is like socially, like I've had a lot of social anxiety this year, like a lot of social anxiety. Like I don't want to pick phone calls, I don't want to text anyone, I don't want to go to any like large social gatherings. Like for some reason I just don't want any social interaction. I don't know why. Like literally, there's a point where I would see a phone call and I literally panic. I don't know if that makes sense, but this year I've been at a point where I was panicking because of a phone call. Like, you might just think it's just a phone call. Why are you panicking? Why don't you just pick it up? But then, just the idea of having to engage in a conversation with someone for even more than 10 minutes, I wasn't just having it. And for some reason, this has really affected my friendships this year. I feel like I have good friends who have maybe tried to check up on me, who have tried calling me, and I haven't like picked up any of their phone calls. Like, and I don't know, it's not like I have a problem with them. Like, they're very good friends. Like, I love them so much, but then I'm just not ready to talk. I'm just having so much social anxiety. I just feel like I just don't have the strength to engage in a conversation. And I don't know. But I hope that I am gonna get over that pretty soon. Also, I just don't have also the capacity to be in large social gatherings. Like being in a place where like there's so many people, it just freaks me out for some reason. And that has happened this year. I've never had that, I've never experienced that. I've been a very outgoing person. I love talking and all that, but for some reason this year I'm just like it's like I'm just like closing off. Like I am just like, it's like I'm shutting out people. I don't want to be in social gatherings and I just feel comfortable. Like I think for the most part, I think right now if you ask me how many friends I have less than 5 friends. To be honest, I have less than 5 friends, of which I don't know, I feel like it's okay. I mean, it's okay, it's not a big deal. I have less than 5 friends. And in those 5 friends, there are some who I haven't talked to in months, and it's not because I have a problem with them, but then I'm just not in the mental capacity to handle conversations. Yeah, that's it. Let's move on to an interesting part, and this is about hair. So I got a question on how much for the Locs installation, Han. For my Locs installation, I got these Locs installed for 4,500 shillings, and they are mid-back length. And the thing is this: before I got these Locs installed, obviously I was doing my research on like places and log salons and all that, and places where I would get my Locs installed. And I realized that most people, or like most log salons, they install like mid-back length, like from 6,000 onwards. And considering I was working on a budget, I felt like if I kept on searching, there's always someone who's going to do the same service, offer the same service at a cheaper price. So I just kept on searching and kept on looking, and finally I got a place where they were installing locks for 4,000 shillings. Like if you are going for shoulder length, you will get it at 4,000 shillings, then mid back 4,500 as as they go. So I got a good place. It's the shop, the salon where I got my locks installed is located at not Roland Gala. It's located at Best Lady in town, the one that is opposite Roland Gala Plaza. And I will, considering I don't remember the name of the salon, I am just going to link them here, or I'll link them down in the description box. And the thing is, I must say, I have stayed with them probably, it's going to be almost 3 months now, and they're doing so well. And I think this is the best decision I ever made. I feel like this year I have experimented a lot with my hair, because I had braids, I shaved my hair, I dyed it blonde, which is a very bold color. I stayed with the blonde dye for almost 3 months. Then I dyed my hair back to black again, and the minute I dyed my hair back to black, I knew that I wouldn't want to shave again, so I decided to get locks installed, of which I intend to keep these locks in for quite some time. Yeah, I intend to keep them in for quite some time. Considering they're doing good, I'm gonna keep them in for quite some time, and I feel like this is the best decision I ever made with my hair. And another thing, if you really want to know that a girl has been through it, you will know with the way they do their hair. If someone has plaited, shaved, dyed their hair, and plaited again in the same year, trust me, they've gone through it. Actually, I shaved my hair and dyed it blonde because I was going through a phase, man. You guys have been through it this year. Oh God, anyways, I'm glad that phase is over. Next question is, next one is a compliment, and this is: love your content, open for collaborations. Thank you so much, and definitely, we should definitely collaborate someday. I am having problem with my storage. I just got a notification of storage space. You guys, I don't know how you're gonna do this. Anyways, yeah, thank you for the compliment. I'm also open for collaborations. We will definitely, when we get time and when I get back to Nairobi and I'm settled, then we're gonna link up sometime, girl. Then the next question is: when you become a huge creator, because you definitely will, do you ever think about how you will handle negativity? If so, how will you? The first thing is, I have actually never thought of it as me being, I don't know why, but I feel like, when I got this question, I was taken aback a little bit, because I was like, okay, you mean there's someone else who sees me as, you're gonna be a huge content creator someday? Because I know I love content creation. I obviously know that I want to grow my space and grow my audience and, establish myself in this career. But for some reason, I have never just I've never pictured myself being a huge creator and how I will handle negativity. I have actually never even thought about negativity, because I don't know, but then I feel like that is something that comes with you being in the influencing space and in the content creation space. You'll obviously have people who will love your content and love you for who you are, and you'll obviously have people who will hate you for no reason and will not like to engage with your content. And I think that's a normal thing. It's a normal thing, and it happens to everyone. And I'll say, because I'm not one to answer back at people, I think I just don't have the energy to interact with hate or interact with negative things. I think I'll maybe just let it slide. I will not be engaging. I think maybe that's the approach I use. I'll just let someone talk. For instance, if I get a negative comment or a negative, feedback from someone, I think if it's a negative comment, I will just delete and block the person, because I don't think I have room to start engaging and throwing back maybe at someone else, or I think I will just delete the comment, block the person, and move on, because I don't think I have that kind of energy. I am back. I have tried freeing up some space, so I think I'm gonna be good like till we finish this video. So I was talking about handling negativity as a content creator, and definitely I will just like block them and move on with life because I don't see the point of engaging. Yeah, that's it. And also another thing I would actually say is if you don't like somebody's content, just don't follow them. Don't follow them because there's no point of commenting something negative under somebody's content because it really takes a lot of time and a lot of creativity and a lot of like resources for one to be able to shoot content and put it out there. And a lot of creatives, maybe if not all, struggle with self-sabotage and all that because for someone to put out their content, it took a lot from them. So don't just go there and give negative comments because it really affects the creator because you don't know what it took for them to be able to get the energy or the confidence to put out what they put out. So if you don't love their content, don't follow them, don't subscribe to their content, and just let them be. Just let them be because whoever loves their content and whoever resonates to their content will find them. So if you know the person, then just let them be and just let them have their own pace and let them create because creatives are also supposed to be respected. I'm just gonna talk about also content creation. I feel like this year I have really tried in terms of creating content. I have been consistent enough, not the most consistent, but I have been a little bit consistent, which is a good thing because even when I was struggling with my mental health and all that, I still kept creating content. It's because that was the only thing that made me feel alive. And I feel like content creation is what also helped me when I was having mental health struggles because it made me feel alive. Like the minute my camera is on, my ring light is all set up and it's time for action, I am always so happy. It's like I forget any other problem I have and just focus on that. And creativity and creating content has really helped me this year. And I hope that I will continue being consistent. I hope that I find more inspiration. I also hope that this year I am able to find my voice in content creation. I am working towards finding my voice, because I feel like sometimes I feel like on YouTube is where I'm very authentic, but I feel like on Instagram I mostly try to put out like what is trendy, what is being promoted with Instagram, and I feel like that's not a good thing to do. So at the moment, I have taken a break from creating content on Instagram because I am trying to find my voice. I want to create what I love, what I resonate with, Yeah, that's basically it. So I'm still trying to figure out, my space in content creation and, still trying to find my voice. But I think for when it comes to YouTube, I think I have done that because I really love creating vlogs, and vlogs is all I watch on YouTube, and I love creating vlogs. So yeah, that makes me happy. Although sometimes I feel like I am a little bit limited at this moment because I no longer stay at my place. I moved back home, and creating content, shooting vlogs when you're home is a little bit difficult because you're not living alone in the house. You have to consider other people. There are other people who don't want to be in the public platforms and all that. So I have to create when maybe there isn't much going on, and sometimes when I have to create, I'm like, excuse me guys, you have to lock out. You have to lock yourselves in other rooms. Don't come to where I am because I'm trying to shoot content and all that. And sometimes there are lots of distractions, but I'll just figure it out. I'll find the hang of it. Yeah, that's basically it. Then one of the most important updates that I have to share with you guys is that I moved out of my house. I sold everything and moved back home. Yeah, and that was one of the hardest decisions I had to make this year because I was very happy when I moved out. I was very happy when I had my own space. I felt alive. As much as I was challenged a lot, and I faced like lots of challenges, it's also been the period where I was the happiest, because I got to be myself. I got to know what I like and what I don't like. I got to know like how I like my space to be. I just got to be myself. Like I just got to, every time I look at the vlogs I used to create in my house, I was so happy and I was myself and I was authentically myself, and I feel like that was a good thing, and I'm glad that I got to experience that. And at some point, I remember the first house I lived in was my best house to live in. Again, I'm having storage issues. And what I'm trying to say is like the first place I lived was like the best place I ever lived at. And living there was amazing. And like the house I moved into, let me tell you guys, I hated that place. I think I only have like 3 vlogs where that house is shown, because I didn't like that house, I didn't like that place. I moved there just because of convenience, because where I was staying was a little bit far from like campus and all that, so I had to move to a closer place because of convenience. But I now know that when I move out of home again, I'm hoping that I'll be moving out forever, and I'm hoping that I'll be in a better position, I'll be in a much better financial position, and I will be comfortable, and I will like live in a beautiful space. And I hope that it will be better. I actually know it will be better the next time I move out, because I now know what I want. I now know the tricks of living alone and all that. But for now, I am just gonna stay home, because I don't have to think about what I'm gonna eat. I don't have to think about how I'm gonna pay my bills, because I had to pay my bills at some point when I was living alone. I had to pay my rent and all that, and that was quite a struggle, because I wasn't prepared for any of that. But at some point I had to do that, of which that built me in a way, and I'm grateful for all that. But that chapter is closed, and right now I am back home, and I'm going to try to make the most out of it. I am going to try and keep creating, and not have an excuse of, oh, I am home and maybe there's no like room for me to create and all that. I'm just going to create regardless, because my parents already know that I love content creation. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator, and they acknowledge that and respect that. And I am just gonna put it upon myself to keep on creating and keep on like putting out content regardless. Yeah, anyways, I think that's basically it. I just wanted you guys to know that I moved back home, how my mental health was, where I'm at with content creation and what I'm doing. Yeah, so basically that's it. It's not much, but I hope that it made sense. I hope that it made sense. Yeah, that's basically it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things out of it. And I will see you guys in my next video, which will hopefully be a vlog. Yeah, I'm so sorry I was cut off, but what I was trying to say is the next video that's coming up is going to be a vlog. So I will see you guys there, but I hope that you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things from it, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day.